Welcome back to Fairy Tail Anime Review, episode number 12. This one reviewing the 279th episode of the anime, Because of Love. This one's adapted from chapters 422 to 423. Picking up right where last week's episode left off, where the town where Lineage Scale is headquartered in is attacked by a rival guild known as Orion Scale. And they reveal, it's also revealed in this episode, that this one has a connection to the Teto Island arc when they have one of the members of Grimoire Heart show up. From what I can tell, this is the first time since that particular arc this character has shown up. Apparently his name is Ginhard, I think his name is. He's a guy who basically can cause gravity to increase. Yep, and Natsu forgot about him. For kind of good reason. As explained later, the reason why I forgot about him was because something even bigger showed up on the island, Agnologia. Which Agnologia himself does show up in this episode, though not as a frickin' dragon. Nope, we see his human form toward the end of the episode. After the Grimheart member is defeated, by one shot, kind of think of something like One Punch Man. So it's like one punch, one hit, one bam, that's it. And get a chance to see also that Lucy has developed a new ability. Apparently, she can go do star dresses. So she brings back Lokai, who was voiced by Eric Vale, by the way, and unlocks him. Basically, does a very similar type of, has a similar look to that of Lokai. And basically, she does light attacks. Yeah, and her move is the Lucy Kick, though it's known as the Regal Lucy Kick, which, according to Lokai, is a very, it's similar to her normal Lucy Kick, but it's basically a little bit more powerful than her normal attacks. For some reason, she stopped using her whip. Yeah, it's never explained why. Of course, you get a chance to see Wendy and Sherry. Well, of course, Wendy's flying with Carla, and Sherry steals Happy, and Natsu goes on a rampage trying to get Happy back. And of course, she confronts Sherry like, "You stole Happy." And she's like, "I'm sorry." And Wendy's like, "This is not the time. He's here." Yeah, that was when, like, not long after that, that's when Natsu just being very easily via one hit. Because he's got that more powerful in just 1 year of training. Yep. This overall was a really good episode, but the episode did end with the setup for the next. Pretty much set up for pretty much the rest of the whole arc. The end of the episode had the return of Juvia. Yep, Juvia. Probably far my second favorite character of the whole series. This beautiful woman who's also in love with Gray. And she lives in a town where it rains non-stop. Though there's a reason for that, and she's kind of the reason for it. They reunite with her next episode from the scenes from the previous off next week. And of course, it's set up also for the rest of the whole arc with the whole Avatar stuff. Also, I forgot to point out that the last week's episode, the beginning part of it, that's actually part of the following arc, not the current arc per se, but it's more like connection to, it's a partial adaptation of the Alvarez Empire arc, which that's going to be the next arc right after this one. Hopefully this series doesn't do something really stupid like, I don't know, take a break between arcs like what Witch Studios doing with Attack on Titan. I highly doubt they're going to do that at all. Especially since, I don't know, the series came back after not producing an episode for 2 years. Yeah, I highly doubt A1 Pictures is going to do that. I highly doubt that. Yep, this was overall fantastic episode. Kept a lot of stuff, and they made mad changes here and there. Also, they even show a flashback to the Grand Magic Games arc. Yeah, of how Wendy and Sherry first met. And boy, I kind of forgot the fact that during their match, their clothes were pretty much torn. Like part of Sherry's shirt is basically showing part of her chest, not like her breast per se, more like her shoulder and top part of her chest. And of course, I think like part of her leggings got burned off. Mostly her clothes got damaged. She got a little bit injured, and she kind of did beat Wendy, but she later became friends later on because she asked them to be friends. Why not? It's not a bad idea, and it's becoming probably one of the best friendships of the whole series. Yep. And also, I thought this was really funny, the fact that where she implies that Wendy loves Natsu. He's like, oh, it's nothing like that. I look up to him like a big brother, and she's like, that's also love. Probably not a sexual love per se, more like a sibling love, which it's fine. I'm sure Natsu himself doesn't have a problem with it because he probably looks at Wendy as a little sister. As far as I can tell, Wendy probably looks up to Lucy, Urza as also big sisters as well. Yeah, I'm sure of that. Yep. Great episode, and even show a flashback also to the Tartarus arc. Yeah, there's a flashback to that. Also, there's a section of that one as well. When I saw the preview, looks like not only Juvie is coming back next week, but also a few members from Sabretooth is coming back. Yes, they come back as well, which is kind of interesting. Well, it's too bad they didn't show what happened like right after the Grand Magic Games when they had those dragons show up out of that giant portal and start terrorizing the capital. And of course, Lucy being humiliated by one of those dragons. I talked to Hypocrite about that, and he just basically said he smiled at that. He thought that was actually so good. Yeah, I'm sure that probably the dub actress who plays Lucy, I'm sure she'd have a really big problem with saying that the character she plays gets humiliated by being stripped butt naked of her clothes. Yeah, though there is also a joke about Lucy's weight in this episode. I've got to point that out. Yeah, what is up with basically characters poking fun of Lucy's weight? She's still pretty thin. Even though they basically heavily implied that she's basically put on weight since she's been on Fairy Tail. Looking at her, she doesn't look like she put on weight. I would say some muscle per se, but I highly doubt she looked like she's chubby. No, I don't think so. Yeah, but I think that the reason why they have made that joke about Lucy's weight is because they're making jokes about her weight since the Grand Magic Games arc. Yeah. But otherwise, let's just say, fantastic episode. Can't wait for the next week's episode. I'm definitely looking forward, especially seeing a lot of returning characters next week. It's still gonna be a little while to see the return of Urza. Yeah, probably got to wait. From what I can tell from looking up online, she actually shows up in episode 4. So we got a little while for her before she shows up. I'm looking forward to seeing her return. And see her voice by Colin Clickenbeard again. Yep. So that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for tomorrow for my review of the last episode aired right now for Ace Attorney. I'll do a review of that tomorrow. And I'll also do a review of Black Clover. Yeah, I expect to see a review of that tomorrow. Well, the newest episode anyways. And, oh yeah, I should point out though that I have watched officially like all the episodes. Was the first 3 episodes of the current season. The ones I bench watched subbed. I have not officially watched them dubbed. And starting with episode 55 forward, it's basically the new episodes that I didn't bench watch, get to watch them dubbed. 55 is going to air this coming Sunday anyways, as a dub. So yeah, expect to see about a few videos tomorrow. So basically Ace Attorney, Black Clover, and I was planning to do a review of News Chat the Bards, but I can do that tomorrow as well. So expect about 3 to 4 videos tomorrow, okay? But do you see next review. Oh, also, 7 Deadly Sins, expectation, okay? But do you see next review. Bye.